Thanks for tuning into another tips and tutorial brought to you by my channel, Real Fine Fishing. Swivels, snapback swivels are today's topic. Let's get to it. So, should you use a swivel or a snapback swivel? Well, that depends. Swivels and snap swivels are designed to prevent twisting in your line. That's about all they're good for. Using swivels can be very detrimental to your live action, meaning the lure that you're using, it kind of ruins the action of your lure. So if it's meant to do this, it might be twisting and spinning and spiraling. You don't want it to do that. Also, putting on these swivels increases the weight that's on your line. Not by much, but it will. So if it's not supposed to sink down too far, it will sink further with the swivel on. Also, they're very clunky and noticeable. Perhaps you're using the gold swivel, which is actually the cheapest quality swivel that you can get because it's not stainless steel and it's also not nickel that's coated, which is usually the black ones. Also, choosing the swivel and the snap swivel can be kind of complicated. It's supposed to match the pound test of your line. Meaning if you got a 10-pound test line, you don't want to be using an 8-pound tested swivel. Also, what I find to be in rare occurrences is that when a fish bites down, it might actually hit the snap swivel and release it, causing you to lose a fish. I find that the only scenario to use a swivel or snap swivel is with a lure that is going to twist up your line, like a spoon. I mean, how many times have you retrieved in your spoon and you take it out of the water and it's just twisting? You know, using a swivel will prevent that and actually give it better action. But that's really the only time that using a swivel will be beneficial. All the other times, it's not beneficial at all. In my opinion, which may not be a professional opinion, I think using swivels is completely pointless. You might not even catch fish that day if you're using a swivel. There's a very good chance. But by all means, if you have a lure that twists up your line, you know the pound test of your line and what swivel to use, and you think it won't cause any disturbances in your lure, then use them. I've been caught red-handed using snap swivels. I find myself being lazy that day and just deciding to put a swivel on so I can just keep switching out lures if I don't feel like using a lure anymore. Just swap it out instead of sitting there tying new knots every 5 seconds. But my best advice, don't use swivels. Don't use snap swivels. Just keep tying new knots. It's good practice for tying knots. I got a couple videos on how to tie certain knots like the Palomar and the Uniknot or Uniknot, Uniknot, whatever it's called. Go check them out. And it'll give you a fresh knot around your hook or lure. Now it's time for the tip of the day. Let's say you're walking out to your favorite fishing spot and you step on a wasp nest that's on the ground and you get stung up. Well, you know, there's some remedies out there, you know, like cold pack, aloe, chamomile, etc. But there's this stuff called sting kill. That's just one example of a product that's out there. But there's something about it that I would like to discuss and give you warnings about. These kind of ointments have what's called benzocaine in it. You can find that in Orajel and other creams, even in pill form. But there's a significantly high danger with using benzocaine, even through your skin. It can interfere with the oxygen-carrying protein in the blood and can cause symptoms of shortness of breath, headaches, dizziness, rapid heart rate, and can cause a rare but serious condition called this giant word right here. I'm not here to bash the product. I'm only here to give you warnings about the ingredient benzocaine. Yes, it may give you relief from a bee sting, but it can also cause some pretty life-threatening damage. Now, I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or anything like that. I'm not advising you to use any type of medicine. Before using any kind of product, even home remedy, speak with your doctor and make sure that it is something right for you. Anything that you choose to do is not my responsibility. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. And be sure to check out my other tips and tutorials as well as fishing episodes. Stay safe. Hope you guys have a real fine day.